think, act, and prosper. You are now tuned into the Money Level Show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Money Level Show. We are here at the Rural Symposium, and right now I have John Barker with me of Sprott Inc., and he's going to share some knowledge and some ideas and opportunities with you all regarding Sprott investment products and such. And so, John, appreciate you being here today. How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. So you have some long history with Mr. Rule himself, right?
7 years I've been working at Sprott, and I met him before that at a dinner in New Orleans and with my wife, and we were speaking to him, and she even said, "John, you need to work for this guy." So
dang, yes.
She's super nice. Yeah.
What do you feel what did she see, in Rick that kind of...
He was just super nice, and she just said he had good vibes,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no.
Intuition.
Yeah, exactly.
Intuition is important.
For sure. Yeah.
So Sprott, has been around for a while, and so the model of Sprott it's a trust, and so a trust, to my understanding, you buy and actually store physical commodities. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. So we have a number of physical, they're exchange traded trusts, and they're stored in Canada. That gives them the passive foreign income corporation, which allows it to have a special tax structure for U.S. holders only. Other foreign or Canadians I can't speak for, but so that's the gold. The silver is a mix. We have a uranium one as well, and so Sprott puts together those trusts. It's your gold when it's there, and then there's a tax advantage for U.S. holders. Mm-hmm. They trade on the exchanges, usually zero premiums, and that's a predominantly Sprott Inc., which is a Canadian firm, is focused on those trusts, or those are the largest AUM products.
Mm-hmm. So what would be the benefit? So like I've owned like Phys, PHYS for a while, and obviously certain structures, like in terms of retirement accounts, like gives you exposure to gold and such. What do you feel is like the benefit of owning Sprott versus the physical metal? Obviously here we encourage physical ownership, but Phys exists for a reason, and so what would you say like the benefit of that is?
So the benefit for myself, and it's not the same for everyone, not necessarily investment advice for gold, but would just be the tax advantage. So coins, 28% on all gains for gold and silver. If you have a huge run up in gold and silver, that might be an issue, 28%. With the trusts, it's you have to file every year a PIFIC form, but it's 15% long-term capital gains rates, or 0, 15, or 20%. So I'd much rather have those. You can put them into your IRAs, and then you get rid of that potential tax advantage. But again, if you're already getting the tax advantage, 15%, you might want something higher growth in your IRA rather than physical gold. So if you're buying miners, maybe those should be in your IRA rather than the physical gold. So principally the tax advantage, followed closely, I think, by the premium. So coins, you're obviously going to pay different premiums at different times. But with PSLV, PHYS, it's net market, spot value, basically. Sometimes it trades a little bit below net asset value, right? So you can actually get a discount to buying physical metals. And then you don't have to store it. That's probably more of a silver problem. I've moved 2 times in the last 5 years, and I was dragging these silver bars around, and I was just like, why am I doing this? Like the coins might make sense, worst case scenario.
1,000 ounce bar,
the zombies come, and you want to buy some bread or whatever. Okay, but with the bars, it's just like, what am I doing? So, so those are the principal 3 things.
So it gives some diversification in terms of obviously storage. That's a big one, and storage has risk too. With it being in your home, whether that's theft, burglary, robbery, fire, or whatever. So and so it sounds like the Sprott's products actually give you helps mitigate that risk. So that's good. So diversifying risks, you all know that is a important thing that we focus on. And you also do physical uranium. People can't hold physical uranium, and they shouldn't, at least, And so Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, it's not listed in the United States. We did try. We got shot down by the SEC. We're hopefully reinstating that. But it trades in Canada, and it's just that. We have 3 different storage locations with obviously certified holders, licensed holders of uranium, and it gives you access to physical uranium, which was available before through 2 companies. Was it Yellow Cake out of the UK?
And Participation Corp y'all bought.
That we bought.
Participation Corp.
Yeah. So it just made a lot of sense of high value commodities physically. Right, it'd be harder to do something like iron ore because the weight to value ratio is just so out of whack. Just store physical iron ore, it just doesn't make sense. But something like uranium, $50 a pound, okay, makes a lot of sense for the storage costs and everything.
Yeah, definitely. And I notice your products are a lot less volatile than many of like either the mining companies or whatnot, and so. There's pros and cons to that, but I know especially with Phys, like with holding the physical gold trust, like market correction or whatnot, you're not losing like 50%, like
yeah, gold was flat. Last year, one of the best performing assets.
Mm-hmm.
It's been holding up better than the miners for a long period of time, which isn't historically. We're all hoping the miners play catch up to the gold price and obviously surpass it, but. Yeah, I think gold plays a different role in my portfolio. For example, I see it as a currency that I'm holding along with dollars and euros. And then I have my miners, which are equity positions. So yeah, there's a lot of correlation. It's in a lot of correlation at times, but we haven't seen that recently. So it plays 2 different roles in my portfolio, the physical and the miners. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, what are some of the goals that Sprotts have coming up, just some of the goals things that you all are working on that investors may want to know?
Yeah, we're just adding to our physical metals trusts and our ETFs. I'm working at the California office, and we're focused on wealth management, which is just overall financial advice across your whole portfolio. Many people, if they know Sprott, they might just know about the Sprott stock or the physical trust, and they usually don't know that we have multiple equity portfolios, farmland investments, debt funds, and we can build a responsible portfolio rather than just trying to pick these little penny expiration stocks hoping we can go crazy. So
yeah,
I mean there's an aspect to that, but in general, just like how do we build a balanced, prolific portfolio for different investors? Some young guys want lots of risk. Some retired folks might want more income or something more stable. So
yeah, agreed. But where can people learn more information about Sprott and the products you all?
Yeah, so 2 principal websites is Sprott Inc. Or Sprott.com, and then SprottUSA.com as well for our financial services. Just 2 different websites, slightly different categories of investments.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave that link in the description below. You all know that I invest in some of these companies, right? And this isn't financial advice, right? But be sure to go check out the website. Thank you, John, for coming on and sharing some information with us.
Great, thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it.